I don't know if you can hear me, so I'm going to try and talk as loud as I can without having to disturb everyone else. But as you can see, I am at Salt City Collecticon. There's a lot of toys, a lot of games, a lot of magic to be seen and to be bought. I personally came here, I bought a collection. I don't know if the video is going to come up before this one, but I did buy up a collection from a garage sale for a really good price. So I'm basically using that as barter fodder for picking up all sorts of stuff. Hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Let's find out, guys. Guys, I'm at the RetroGameCon booth, and we got some Sprite lovers here. It's nice seeing these guys again. I actually just sold these guys another Atlas title, their favorite game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. Gave them a super good deal, so and we will be seeing you guys at RetroGameCon. So be an awesome time, guys. Alright guys, so we are done here, headed home. It was a fun time. I basically traded off a bunch of my stuff for some awesome stuff. So at the end of this video, you'll see a recap of everything I picked up, and we'll see you later, Salt City Collecticon. probably see you next year. What's up, everybody? This is the recap from Salt City Collecticon. It was a fun time. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect. This was only the second year that it was running, and this is the first year that I've gone. And it was pretty big, too. I was actually surprised. The flea market that I've been going to in Syracuse, they have a bunch of sheds that they use. They use about like 5 different sheds. But the sheds are, while they're long, they're not very, very wide. So I was very unsure how they were going to do this one. But the shed that they were in was actually 2 times the size of a normal shed. It sounds like it's one of those back sheds in the backyard. But no, it's like a long shed, and it's a little narrow for its size. But honestly, this was a fun time. Really enjoyed meeting everybody. I remember one of the moments is that I went to a booth and they had a GameCube hooked up with Mario Kart Double Dash, and it was kind of like a time trial competition thing where you went up there and you played 3 laps of Mario Kart Double Dash, and whoever had the best time won some sort of contest. I know that I personally didn't win. I actually went and I did it twice because I just liked playing Mario Kart Double Dash. The first time I actually did take over first place and I got the highest time, but then I came back later on and I asked them if my time got beaten. They said yes, and he was like, "You should try again." And I was like, "Okay." So I went and tried again, and then I got first place again. But since then, I don't know what happened. They didn't call my name, so it obviously must have gotten beaten. And the puppies, I got puppies. They're arguing with each other, though. You're a cutie. Okay, so you guys want to see the recap, as in the things that I got while I was there. So why don't we get started with that? I'm going to start pulling it out. I got this nice big baggie here. Gave us a free comic book day bag. First Saturday in May at freecomicbookday.com. It's a nice looking bag. I used it to basically put all the games that I had bought. Let me just get these all out right now. Don't touch them, dog. My games. You can't have my games. You can't have my games. Okay. So there's all sorts of goodies in here from the convention. I'm just gonna pull it all out so we can see what we got. Okay. So, first I'm gonna go through and advertise some of the vendors that were there. They were all pretty cool. They were all really nice people. Just to give you an idea of what was there. I guess first we'll start with this. There's a place out there. It's in Cicero. It's called American Collectibles Exchange. They have a little bit of everything over there, including video games and old toys and all sorts of fun stuff. If I remember correctly, this booth, they actually had Final Fight 3. He was selling it for $60, which is a pretty good deal, but unfortunately, if you guys saw my last video, I picked up that big lot for $55, and I didn't really have much to work with in the way of cash. I maybe had like $10 or $15 cash, so I couldn't have bought that. And I asked him if he was willing to do trades for it, and he goes, at the store I'd be able to, but I wouldn't really know what to do out here. I mean, he seemed pretty knowledgeable, but not as knowledgeable as someone who is strictly working with games. But anyway, then let's see. There was J Street Video Games. That's in the mall, the Destiny Mall. It's a super cool store. There's a lot of great stuff there. And unfortunately, this was another shop that didn't... Dogs are digging. This was also another place that didn't... They wouldn't trade me games. They wouldn't give me a game that I wanted if I traded them other games for it. They said they'd do it at the store, so I'm hoping the game I was going to trade to them... I'm hoping that the game that they
have that I want is still there, so I can trade it later. But this is a good store. I really like these guys. There's a lot to choose from. They have great selection. J Street Video Games. If you're ever in the Syracuse area, go check it out. Plus, the mall's really huge. There's a lot over there, so you can check that out too. This is a store I've known about. Another vendor that was there. They're really cool. They actually the location I go to actually closed down. It says here there's 2 locations, and it's the one in Cicero that closed down. But they have another location in Clay, which is probably 10 minutes away from that location. That's MicroGames, Play and Trade. They were really cool. I remember doing a lot of garage selling last year, and I went out to Syracuse a few times. And on the road to garage selling over there, I saw this store, and they weren't open at the time, but I went and got something to eat, something to drink, and then I went back. And it's a really cool store. They have a lot of nice stuff. But that was actually a smaller location, and since then they've moved out, and now they have just the one location. I've been told it's much bigger, and they have a lot more stuff. So I might be going up there rather soon. Check that out. And then another card I got for another vendor was 8-Bit Evolution. I think this is a cool card because you got your Nintendo controller on the back, and then you have 8-Bit Evolution. Now, these guys are based out of Pennsylvania, so I've never been to a store of theirs, but they had some decent stuff. I believe I picked up some of the stuff that I have here. Don't quote me, though, because I honestly don't remember. I'm mainly showing you the cards of the vendors that I went to and saw, only because when I did recording, and as you saw very little of me talking to the people themselves, but I talked to them a lot while I was there. I just wasn't recording. I mainly just recorded, like little view overs of the stuff that they had. But another cool place, really, really cool. I believe there was one other, but I don't know where it is. Stop it. I'm digging. Yeah, here it is, right here. This is Clockwork Comics and Games. They had a lot of comics, but they did have a small selection of games, and it was pretty cool. It was nice. And this is out in Newark, New York, which is actually it's a little further out there from Syracuse. Like, you'd probably have to drive like another half hour or so outside of Syracuse to get there. But it's another place I definitely check on, like a road trip. Puppy! I got a puppy. Puppy, 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 puppy. Then there's another one. They're both digging right now. They're digging in the couch hoping to find buried treasure. Believe me, I would have found it by now. And I wouldn't be in this apartment. But anyway, I got some other cool stuff in this convention. They left a lot of cool stuff. They even left me a comic book. But this flyers for Larger Than Life Comics, they were also there, another vendor, and they were the ones who helped put the whole thing on. And I know I got I think 2 games from Larger Than Life Comics. Traded in some stuff, and I got some good deals. They're actually really cool. I definitely want to check them out soon. They're actually in the Great Northern Mall in Clay, New York. Also in here, you see there is an Amazing Spider-Man #5 comic that they threw in there. That was really cool. Earlier in the day, I picked up these 2 stickers for Smash Brothers for the Wii and the 3DS. Really cool. And then also I picked up 2 flyers for the next gaming convention I'm going to, which is RetroGameCon. It's in its 3rd year, and these were all really nicely done. And if I remember correctly, this one specifically was made by... Stop digging! You're probably messing up my audio. What are you thinking? Okay, that's enough silliness. But yes, so they're knocking things over now. Yeah, so this car, if I remember correctly, my friend Nate and the Sprite Lovers designed this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks super cool, and I can't wait. 11/14/2015 RetroGameCon this year. And then there's also another one for RetroGameCon. This one is more the awesome style that they had last year, and it looks super cool. It also says here that there's going to be Magic the Gathering there. You're going to see your vendors, artists, cosplay panels, and much more. And this year is definitely looking good. As you can see, 3 people that are going to be there is going to be awesome. It's Samus, Grimsy42, and the Game Chasers. It'll be nice to meet every single one of them. It'll be great to see Grimsy again. I can't wait. But to move on here, let's finally finish up here. Oh, no, wait. Nope. I'm sorry. A couple things at the bottom. I forgot all about these. Yeah, so at the bottom here, I completely forgot. There's a pin for Salt City Collecticon, which is really cool. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but if anything, it'll just be a keepsake that I put somewhere. And then also at the RetroGameCon table, they had Dungeons & Dragons dice, and if you paid $2, you could roll the dice and you could get something. And I guess the big prize with it, you could have gotten a free RetroGameCon t-shirt, or you could have got a free admission to RetroGameCon this year, which would have been awesome. But I rolled, and I got the second prize out of 5 different prizes, and that was this cool RetroGameCon 2015 magnet. So that was super cool. I add that to my refrigerator. It'll help keep my work schedule up or something. But now we can finally get on to the pickups. And I got to try to organize this in the order in which I picked them up. So I think first I went to a booth and I traded a couple different games here. And I picked up this copy of Ninja Gaiden 2. Now I don't have this, and I did have a problem with the back. It's ripped up back there, and I've never really replaced any of the backs of my games or anything, but maybe with time, I'll go ahead and replace the back. It shouldn't be too hard. You just got to take out the screws in the back. So, but Ninja Gaiden 2 was really cool to get that. Up next, I got these 3 games from the same vendor. I actually traded in a few games, not a whole lot, but a few games. And I picked up a copy of Tiger Heli on the NES. I heard it was really good from Jay from the Game Chasers, so picked that up, give that a shot. And then these 2, I got 2 box games. I was super stoked to get. We got Q*bert on the NES. Thought that was really cool. I don't have Q*bert to begin with, so obviously picked that up. Then I also picked up Donkey Kong Classics, complete in box. I was super excited to get this. I haven't played the Donkey Kong Classics since I could play it in the arcade. I haven't played these in a long time, so it's really nice to have that again. And then actually the last thing I got, I had forgotten about, I got from the same vendor, was a box for Rampage World Tour on the Nintendo 64. It was put together, but it was still a little crushed, so I decided to flatten it out, and I put it under a box and I left it under there for a day, and it's looking a little bit better. When I put it back together, I'll put the Rampage World Tour I just got from that garage sale and put that in together with it and give myself a complete copy. Minus I know the insert's not in there, but I'll find one of those eventually. Okay, and then I think one of the better ones personally for me, only because one of these games have been on my top list of games to get for the Super Nintendo, being my favorite system. But I did go to, I know I got these from Larger Than Life Comics table, but I picked up these 2 games and I traded 2 games for these 2 games. But we got a Taito game, Operation Wolf. It just looked really cool. I really like the cover art for it. Very detailed, very cool looking. Got that. And then the Super Nintendo game that one that I've been itching to get, and I've actually talked to other YouTubers when they picked up the game and asked them, hey, is it available? And they're like, oh no, sorry, I already traded it to somebody or I already sold it. But now I finally just have it, so I don't have to worry about it, and that's Super Punch-Out. on the Super Nintendo. Very, very... Oop. My dog flipped over and couldn't flip himself back. That was kind of cute. Okay, yes, Super Punch-Out on the Super Nintendo. Super fun game. It's in pretty good condition. There's just one nick on the back, but no problem there. And then there's a little sticker residue from the sticker I pulled off of it, but super fun game. This game has some super nostalgia for me, too. I loved playing this when I was a kid. I beat it when I was a kid, too, so it's not one that I'm going to mainly just go back because I need to beat it. I'm going to go back because it was a fun game. I honestly never got into Punch-Out for the NES. I never even played the Mike Tyson's version, so this was my boxing game, Super Punch-Out, and it is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But that's it. That was my pickups for the Collecticon, and I honestly will be going back next year, and I can't wait. But this also was just a nice little tease for RetroGameCon coming up. When that comes up, you guys will also see a video similar to this one and similar to the one I made last year. I'll leave a link down below for my RetroGameCon video from last year. You should take a look at it. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, whatever. And of course, if this is your first video you're watching, subscribe if you are not subscribed. And until next time, you guys take care, alright? Peace out. What's up, everybody? This is the recap of, oh my god, where did I go? I completely forgot.